Glogging for Tech, Group 3. Glogster is a social network that allows users to create free interactive posters, or glogs. A glog, short for graphics blog, is an interactive multimedia image. It looks like a poster, but readers can interact with the content. Our lesson will consist of training 5th grade students at Progreso Independent School District to use Glogster to enhance any project. Brick 1. Describe the intended learner. The Progreso Independent School District is a Title I school located in South Texas with primarily a Hispanic population. The 5th grade class consists of 175 students. Out of those 175, 80 are labeled limited English proficient, and about 35% commute on a daily basis from Mexico. While the district administrators are great advocates on ways of enhancing each child's learning, it is extremely difficult to accomplish. Like in many other districts, educators are always looking for ways to engage, enhance, and motivate the learner. This training of our students will help them utilize Glogster and be used as a method to engage their learning. Brick 2. Describe the locale and situation in which your learner will access instruction. The learning will take place in the computer campus lab. The lab is equipped with 25 desk computers that have internet access and are pre-programmed for students. Each computer will already have a shortcut icon on the desktop for quick access to Glogster. There will be a professional educator and a paraprofessional monitoring the learning process. The learner will need to have average computer skills in order to log in, access the internet, and follow directions. The students have been taking a computer class since 4th grade and should have this foundation.
Brick 3. The learner will be able to incorporate using Glogster throughout all subjects in the campus computer lab setting. Glogster is a way of enhancing any given project. The learner will also be able to use this tool outside of the classroom environment, as long as they have access to a computer and internet. For example, if they are running for a student council or a specific club, our district includes an early college campus and our students begin to interview by 6th grade. This tool would be a great way to show off their creativity. Brick 4. With the use of Glogster, 5th grade students from Progreso ISD will create rich media digital posters by implementing several tools, including graphics, video, and links without any assistance.
Introduce the instruction. We're looking at our performance objectives. This instructional unit facilitates an authentic learning experience where the learner is going to create a product. So we're going to measure those objectives that we're setting forth through various assessments. Right here we have our objectives, and they're written specifically with the condition, behavior, and criteria components. This allows the instructor to easily create any assessments regarding those objectives. Notice that the assessments are matched with the behavior objectives. Here we're looking at just the purposes of the entry skill pre-assessment. And the entry skill pre-assessment is going to activate prior knowledge, as well as measure prerequisite skills, and it measures entry skills. The assessment will be given twice, once prior to instruction and after instruction. So therefore, it's going to be a comparison of the before and after content knowledge. Next, To finalize our lesson and then to measure if the final product meets our criteria, we're looking at a rubric. The purposes of the rubric is to measure if the authentic learning experience was achieved in its entirety. It's going to provide learners with insight on how they will be graded. So they're going to be given this at the very beginning, and it's going to be beneficial to them throughout the entire experience. And of course, the purpose of the rubric is to assess the learner's growth. The rubric will describe a set of criteria that assesses the indicated performance objectives listed that were provided earlier.
Brit 6 outlines and describes the instructional package on the use of Gloggster in the classroom. Training purpose. The training purpose is to impact the student's skills and knowledge on how to operate and create a Gloggster presentation in order to construct meaningful visual presentations. The instructional duty. The presenter teacher will guide and facilitate students on how to use and create a Gloggster presentation. The audience, the students will listen and practice on how to create a Gloggster. Materials and/or equipment needed. The instructional materials will be managed and used through web-based instruction accessible through the internet. The multimedia that will be used by the learners for this training include computers with internet access. Since the training is web-based, the learners will need access to a computer with internet access to deliver and complete the instructional unit and goals. Web-based training. The instructional unit will be uploaded to the training unit wiki page. The learners will find the instructional video and instructions on how to complete their training. The e-learning component of this instructional unit provides learners flexibility to complete the training at their own pace. Create an instructional video using Jing. An instructional video will be created showing the learners step-by-step instructions on how to meet their instructional goal. The video will be embedded into the training wiki page. The following materials will also be needed to complete this training. Speakers or headsets. Teachers will need a projector and laptop to demonstrate the use of Gloggster. Instructional package with flowchart. These selected materials are going to help the learner to become familiar with the usage of Gloggster through visual demonstration, written and verbal instructions. Instructional delivery of materials. The materials will help students to become familiar with the usage of Gloggster. The lesson will be delivered through web-based instruction through a wiki training page. All the instructional materials will be uploaded to the wiki training page so students could have access anytime. The students will use a desktop computer which will have a shortcut icon on the Gloggster website and wiki page for instructions. The students will receive instructional packages which will have written instructions on how to log on to Gloggster and the usage of the tools on Gloggster. The instructional package will include a flowchart which will visually show students the steps and tasks necessary to complete each step. The students will receive the instructional package. The students will have access to the instructional wiki page which will have a training video. The training video will demonstrate step-by-step how to log on to Gloggster and will demonstrate the usage of the tools on Gloggster. Interactivity. Students will be paired with another student during the training. Students will practice each step of the training using the computers. Students will discuss how they can implement Gloggster into the classroom. Students will help each other out if anyone needs assistance. The students will use the instructional video and guide to apply the skills being learned to accomplish the instructional goal. The teacher will provide students constructive feedback throughout the training. The learners will be practicing the skills they learn as they finish the instructional video and go through the instructional guide on how to create a Gloggster poster. The learners will experience hands-on instructions and demonstration of this hands-on instruction is required in order to complete the training.